biggest thing with controlling yourself on a downward hill is to try to use the brake a little bit to control your speed, but just give it light pressure. You don't want to hold the brake. If you're holding the brake, your front wheels aren't turning, and if the front wheels aren't turning, they can't steer. So I'm starting to pick up some speed, so I'm going to hit the brake. And actually, I'm going to hit the brake hard here just to show you. And look, I'm turning the wheel, and it's barely responding. But when I'm rolling and I'm turning the wheel, see the difference? It's much more control, and I can still tap the brake and control my speed. And as soon as I start to slide, I let off the brake and then reapply brake. If I need to steer, I let off the brake while I do my steering. I don't know if it's easy to see on the camera or not. This is actually a pretty steep hill. You can kind of get an idea from the background, the horizon. Just light brake pressure, tapping the brake. Try to keep everything as smooth as you can. I'm doing a little bit of a slide right there, so I'm gonna tap. Big thing is don't make jerky movements. Everything is smooth. If you keep everything smooth, you're much more likely to keep control, keep traction. My traction control is on right now. With these modern vehicles, there's times where the traction control will not give you the amount of traction you could actually get in snow or slippery conditions like this. And there's a gentle hill up here that I don't think I'll be able to make it with traction control on. But I'm going to try it anyway just to illustrate what happens. Okay, now we're starting to go uphill here, so I'm going to try to keep my speed up a little bit. Low enough that I can control it, but high enough that my momentum will help carry me through. Actually, this may have done it right here. Okay, so we're at an intersection on the snowy road. Traction control's on. As you can see, as I apply throttle, I'm actually going backwards. But now I am throwing full throttle, just to illustrate the point. Pedal is all the way down. But because traction control, my RPMs are down and my speedometer thinks we're going 6 or 7. But if you look, we're actually not moving at all. So, one thing you can do in this situation is first you can try backing up. Sometimes you can rock yourself free. And by working yourself back and forth, you can get a little bit of momentum to get past the point that you were stuck. But since we're on an incline here, we're not getting that to work. I'm going to go ahead and turn my traction control off. And this is depending on different vehicles, you'll find that in different places. And here on Fords, it's usually under driver assist. You sometimes have to hold the OK button for 7 seconds, and then it turns it off. So now we have full control of the wheel spin. I'm gonna go ahead and back up just a touch like before. And let's see if we can start off on this hill. We may not be able to with these tires, but let's see if we can do it. Oh, there, we're getting close. Now see, my speedometer says we're doing 40 to 50. We're not, but we are moving. And we are slowly working our way up this hill. And you'll see that I'm steering the opposite of whatever way I'm starting to slide. So if I start to pull to the left, I steer to the right. And you will move around a little bit. That's just the nature of wheel spin. Ideally, you'd want to do this with a little bit more of a running start. So let's back up and get a little bit more of a run. Trying to find the levelest spot on this hill. The problem is I'm on a long hill here. Now we're starting to get going here. And I'm trying to gain a little bit of speed if I can, because it's going to get a little harder to go as we get to the peak up here. Counter steering as needed. Just see if we can get past this crest. And that's the worst part of it right here. If we get over this point, we're good. And I think we did. So now we're still going up a hill, but now it's not as steep as it just was. So we can start picking up a little bit more speed. Don't do the wheel speed any faster than you have to. I had to get it pretty high there just a minute ago to get through, but see, now it says we're doing 40 to 50. It still isn't true, but we are starting to move. And you will see that my car does want to slide a little bit, and that's okay. But if it starts sliding too much, just let off the throttle until you regain control. Now we're at the top of the hill, completely off the throttle, and we just want to roll down this hill. I'm going to be turning into this driveway right here, so I'm going to give a nice light, slow speed, and just turn gently down into the driveway. Smooth and graceful. And that's it.